Hi, let's talk about football. In fact, let's get right into college football. We have with us a real powerhouse on the subject, ESPN commentator Kirk Herbstreit, joining us to give his thoughts. Hi, Kirk. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Let's talk teams. Any rising stars in North Carolina? I'm an alumnus of ECU.
I start with North Carolina. They've got a number of issues going on right now with their team. This is a team that was expected to compete for an ACC championship and maybe be a dark horse for a national title. And for the last month or so, they've had agent allegations and players being paid allegedly, and now they've got potentially a tutor that's been writing papers for players. So they're kind of up in arms in Chapel Hill these days and trying to figure out who's going to be eligible to play this season and who may not be. So I think that was a team that on paper was going to be pretty talented, but now has some major questions. As far as with East Carolina loses a great coach in Skip Holtz. I think what he was able to do is build that team up to every year. Seems like they were very athletic defensively and always seemed to have enough skill to give them a chance to win some games. And I think that the new regime will do a good job. I think it's going to take them a little bit of time to be able to build that team back up. But it's always tough when you lose a coach like Skip Holtz who really kind of has things going and the program heading in the right direction. But they'll get it going again.
The Cooper Tire Ultimate Bowl Tour. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a college football fan, this prize package is about as good as you've ever heard. So you definitely want to write this down. Imagine you and 3 of your friends traveling around for the bowl games, and you can go to 5 of the biggest bowl games of the year in 9 days, and that includes a national title. And all you have to do, thanks to Cooper Tire, is go to either a local Cooper Tire dealer or go to their website, ultimatebowltour.com. ultimatebowltour.com. And all you have to do is, this registration form takes probably less than 60 seconds to fill out. You can fill it out as many times as you'd like between now and up to November 15th. At that point, that'll be the deadline. And all they're going to do is simply draw a name, and that'll be the winner. So the more often you register and the more often your name is out there, the better chance you'll have of being that lucky winner to take you and 3 friends on that private plane around the country and watch these great games.
Great stuff here, being in the jet set.
That's right.
Who do you see winning? Let's talk winners.
Yeah, I think in the ACC, I think Miami of Florida is going to end up winning that conference. I think that the Canes are ready to make a big push this year. I think that Ohio State will come out of the Big Ten. I think Ohio State's got a chance to have a pretty good year with Terrell Pryor and the amount of players that they have coming back. In the mid-region, in the Big 12, I think that Oklahoma and I think Texas always seem to settle who's going to win the Big 12 South. I think you'll see Oklahoma win that this year. I think Nebraska will come out of the Big 12 North. I think Oklahoma's got a shot to get to the national title. And in the SEC, you always have Alabama and Florida. But look out for Auburn this year in the SEC. I think the Auburn Tigers are ready to make some noise as well.
On the technical side of TV coverage, what about 3D?
Yeah, I think ESPN will have its version of 3D. I don't know a lot of the specifics about that, on what kind of TV you have to have or anything like that, but I know from being at our college football seminar in Bristol, Connecticut that we had a few weeks ago that there was a lot of talk about that kind of being the future, and not just going and watching movies at the cinemas, but also having a chance to sit at your house and to be able to watch sports in 3D. I think that's the next phase. And ESPN right now is tinkering with that. And if you have that type of TV, there'll be certain games that you'll be able to watch in 3D this year with ESPN.
Who are some of the individuals you think we should take a look at and make note of?
Jake Locker, I would say, out at Washington, is a player that you should probably become familiar with. He has a chance to be the first pick in the draft next year. Andrew Luck, another quarterback who's quarterback at Stanford, also will be a very highly touted, probably NFL draft pick. Terrell Pryor, the quarterback at Ohio State, I think can have a great year and be in the Heisman race. From a running back standpoint, Mark Ingram, who won the Heisman Trophy a year ago, he's tweaked his knee. He's going to miss the first couple games, but he's a guy that once he gets healthy to keep in mind. I think DeMarco Murray has a chance to have a great year. The Oklahoma running back, I think, could win the Heisman Trophy. Dion Lewis is a running back at Pitt. I think he could have a great year. If he's eligible, Robert Quinn, the defensive end from North Carolina, I think is a tremendous talent and a guy who could be one of the top 5 picks in the draft next year. So there are a lot of names out there, but that's just a few.
Kurt, it's been a real pleasure having you with us today. We know you from your ABC Saturday Primetime Sports and the Heisman Trophy presentation on ESPN each year. Want to see you back next time now to see how you did on these predictions, so good luck.
Okay, all right. Take care. Good luck. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad to be with you.
And we'll be back with more.